Today, you must create an animal tattoo. Remember, we're testing dimension. If that animal isn't leaping off your canvas, you'll be going home. You have 6 hours to tattoo, and your time starts now.
Oh my God. My canvas wants a portrait style jaguar. I'm super stoked about it. It's perfect. I'm gonna show a lot of dimension. This is the exact design that I need to win.
Hopefully the pain won't be that bad. I don't want to be that girl.
3, 2, 1. Time, that's it. Machine's down. No more ink.
Oh, that's nice.
Wow, definitely what I was looking for.
I mean, I like it for what it is. I am so freaking upset. Like, words cannot explain how I'm feeling right now. I know that having an unfinished tattoo is going to send me home. That's it, it's done. Bye-bye, tattoo baby.
Steve.
This tattoo is solid. It has all the right skin breaks. This is what I want to see.
This one's much better than the last one.
The detail is unbelievable. The way the shoulder is turned and you kept it light up in the front, you really got dimension.
This is exactly why I am the way I am. When I give you so much, it's because you can do this.
Maybe some of my ideas don't work as well as others, but some of them you just have such a solid idea and it works.
Great job.
Thank you.
Tattoo baby. How are you, doll?
Still kind of stressed. I didn't get to finish the tattoo. I didn't get to do everything I wanted to do. I had about an hour left when she felt better.
It's unfinished. Enough of this tattoo got done for us to judge what we need to see here today. The little textures of the fur, where you can tell the direction of the little hairs, the way you put the solid black where it needs to be, the multi-colors you use to show dimension is really, really nice.
You had so much opposition from your client being sick. You pulled off all kinds of cool tricks in here.
They definitely didn't want to give you a boring tattoo.
The white highlights were key for you. The green eyes are beautiful.
I cannot believe this is the same person that did the first tattoo week 1. Holy, you have turned it around immensely.
Really?
I'm happy to see that you did this quality job. It's really nice.
The judges have decided that the best tattoo of the day goes to Steve.
This tattoo could have won many different challenges here in this competition. This thing is really strong. The detail is great. The heavy black makes this thing really stand out.
Thank you.
Today you had to use dimension to bring animals to life. Each of you tattooed head-to-head with another artist, and we will directly compare your work. One of you will win, and one of you will lose. Josh, let's start with you.
It doesn't necessarily look just like what the mushroom explosion is. It looks like something else. It's a bear wearing a party hat or a bear in a lava lamp.
Simple fact is, it creates cool imagery. Do you really like probe every artist that paints something and say, why the hell did you put that in? You just look at it and go, hey.
No, but every artist that paints something isn't in this competition either.
I wouldn't go doing all this extra frilly if I was you. You're the guy who can come in and do a legible, readable tattoo and get the out. Choices you make things much more difficult to just go, here you go, clear win.
Clean.
You did a really good job with the texture and the fur here. I like what you did in the back, behind the ear, that dark area. I do actually like it dark because you feel dimension and some perspective.
Overall, it's a really fierce and ferocious animal. Good job, man.
Thank you.
Face off between Clean and Josh. Let's poll the judges, see who won this head-to-head challenge.
I'm going with Clean.
Clean.
I will also have to go with Clean. Congratulations, man.
Thank you.
Eric, you went head-to-head with Jason.
I see some areas that aren't complete. Drop shadows around the leaves. Some of the white on this character seems to be inconsistent. Having some trouble around the chin.
Just doesn't look like you're done. It looks like you can go back in there with a liner and you can finish.
Jason.
This is a really dynamic tattoo. I do see dimension here. I like the white highlights that you use to create fur. It feels fierce, so I think it's pretty cool.
The way that you got the hair to really look like that on the bottom of the chin, it's a great job. You're doing those little things that separate you from the pack.
Both great tigers, but Jason's is cleaner, tighter. Eric, yours just looks incomplete, so I have to give it to Jason.
I'm gonna go with Jason.
Jason.
Jason, congratulations, man.
Yes.
Taisha, You went up against Emily. How'd you feel about that?
She just doesn't know when to stop running her mouth.
Well, this time you guys were able to have a head-to-head competition, maybe squash that.
I'm really into the way that you were able to get dimension with this shading on the side of its face.
The light, smooth blends and fades that we see on this tattoo separate you from a lot of people in here today. This is a great day for you.
Emily.
It just really looks unfinished. This is light beams shooting through a jungle. It's a little crazy.
You didn't give us anything in this to look at on a technical level. Everything is painterly and sketchy, and this does not look like you want to be around.
This is not the last of me, I promise you that.
Gorilla against a gorilla.
Taisha.
I'm gonna go with Taisha.
Taisha.
Well done.
Thank you.
You have 6 hours to tattoo a living animal and its skeleton as a team. And your time starts now.
All right. Get these stencils made first thing.
Today we're testing consistency. We're looking for the skeletal structure to be exactly the same as the actual animal's position and shape.
Put reference lines on both of his legs so they're both perfectly even.
This is the first time these artists have to work as a team on one tattoo. So this team dynamic better be sharp at this point.
Something is off. The eye has to go into the socket, the nose has to fall in the right place.
This is a huge problem. The feet aren't fitting in the body. Now we have to start completely over from scratch.
Fame, you might have to take that over. Which one? He's still with it. Jesus. Carry again.
Gentle wipes.
Make sure it's smooth, not like patchy.
That's a super light.
Changing the light source?
Not changing it, but making it. I know what I'm doing. I think the biggest problem on our team right now, it's nobody in my team can keep up with my style, so this means I need to dumb down. Obviously, I'm not happy about this. I hate it.
Switch again. 3 hours to go.
In there?
Tribal black. Off that, tribal black. Yeah, get black.
Get darker?
And you don't even have to go far.
I can, I was just, okay, yeah.
Josh is always trying to be the coach. He's sending me on errand runs. He's making design changes. This is not going well. Can you just bring that tail up a little bit more? I know that's going to be one thing that they're going to say.
I think that's crazy they would say it, because that's not the way it would be.
It's proportionately shorter.
If it was a male saber-tooth that had a dick on this side, it's not going to have one on that side. It's the same thing with the tail.
There's one thing I hate is disrespect, and especially to someone who's coaching you through this competition.
Team Steve, you're up first.
Well, guys, I think these tattoos look really, really slick. Y'all really hit the challenge of making it look like one artist did this. On the skeleton side, I like the outline of the entire fox with the color blend. The orange is just painted in there thick. The one thing I'm not a super huge fan of is the position. It looks like maybe he's limping. You could have made a much more dynamic tattoo if it was running or even crouching and sneaking. On paper, the face was a lot more elongated and had a lot more fox look. That snout just did shorten up a little bit, and now it kind of has more of a cat face.
Where I think you guys get a bit of a challenge is the actual black and gray shading in this skeleton.
The one thing I said is don't overshade it because it'll get muddy. You can see it in the skull, it's a little more buttery than on the bones because there's just really no place to really try to work it out.
With all of you guys, somebody could have gone and fine-tuned all of those pieces, and it would have really set in a lot nicer, a lot smoother.
Team DJ.
I could look at this cat and I can't find areas where it looks like one person outshined the other or one person couldn't keep up with the other. I like the color palette. I really love the choice of going with the red bones. It gives this side of the tattoo a little bit of weight. From a design aspect, I think you could have moved a couple of body parts to make it look a little more fierce. I wish the mouth was open. I wish it was roaring. I wish that front paw wasn't in the way of the fang. I also wish you would have captured a little texture in the fur. It kind of has that seal, walrus type look to it.
The actual anatomy gets a little confusing in the way it looks. You see how long the forearm of the red skeletal side looks in comparison to the forearm and where the bend is on the musculature side. From wrist to the elbow joint, they're not the same distance.
Team Anthony.
Having 5 artists means more styles you had to curtail to look the same, and I really think that you hit the challenge of making it look seamless. I love the shading and the way it really gives the bones dimension, where the right side is back and more shadowed. You really see that depth. If we go to the other side, you did a really great job putting meat and flesh on this skeleton. It looks really believable.
I love the dynamics of the classic rams butting heads. I think that was a great way to set this thing up. Looks really strong. There's a couple of areas with a little bit of a shake. These back legs are one of them, but you guys are a great team working together as a whole.
Judges, which team had the best tattoos of the day?
This is the best turnout we've had. Consistency is really strong in all 3 of these tattoos, and all 3 of these tattoos also have really great technical precision.
I feel like everybody listened to the challenge. All of the teams looked like they're comfortable tattooing together.
I love the red skeleton, but a little bit different positioning could have made it a little bit more clear. Team Steve's, I love the fact that they went straight illustrative. One of the shortcomings is the shortness of the face of the fox. Everybody's got a few little hiccups here and there. Team Anthony has probably the least amount of hiccups. Not only just consistency, but the dynamics of the drawing, the balance of the pieces that fit the body. I'm gonna go with Team Anthony.
For a not very dynamic piece of subject matter, which is the ram, this is a very dynamic, very strong way to approach this. Team Anthony.
The judges have decided the best tattoos of the day go to Team Anthony. Artists, you have 6 hours to tattoo an animal portrait, and your time starts now.
You want to put the stencil on while you're standing over here?
We're doing animal portraits, working directly off a photo. Whatever animal they're doing, it all has to line up and be perfect in comparison to the picture.
Tony, put it on the back.
That's the only place she wants it.
Making it this far in a competition like this is tough. Anything can happen in these final tattoos. If you're not at your best every day, that could be your last.
I'm an artist at the core of everything that I am. I've always been creating my own work since I was an apprentice. I'm not copying a photograph.
Looks great, but how are you feeling on time?
All right, a little pressed, but...
Because you've got to make that match that quality now?
Yeah.
I think I'd simplify the hell out of the face.
Cool. This thing is taking forever, and I have the smallest tattoo.
Tim better get done, or he's in big trouble.
So slow.
It was painful watching the goddamn stencil.
He peels them off just as slow as he tattoos.
Yeah.
TJ. This gorilla has kind of an innocent, soulful look to it, and I really do think you captured that look.
This tattoo definitely shows a lot of hyper detail, precision in the face. Every wrinkle is so magnified. I like the choices that you made here to leave this nose really stark light and not overshade it so that it illuminates the face a lot, because it really brings a lot more light to a very dark subject. It's strong, it's very legible to what it is. Definitely my favorite tattoo I've seen you do.
I appreciate it. Tim.
What's going on?
Smallest tattoo of the day, but man, you hit it right on the head. That dark black fur texture like that is really hard to pull off. You've got a lot of different tones in this tattoo. Solid black, a little bit lighter, all the way down to your softest grays. The details are amazing. Precision was key in this.
You show a side of you that's probably really scary for the back line. This is what we're looking for here, someone who can do everything.
Appreciate it, guys.
All right, guys, time to determine who had the best tattoo of the day.
For me, a runaway train is TJ. The pits of the nose, the pits of the eyes, the wrinkles, you can touch and feel that tattoo.
TJ does a great job, no doubt, but I am personally leaning towards Tim.
Both these guys really killed it. Tim really makes some smart choices on how to do that dark fur. I mean, he went above and beyond. My decision is Tim.
What?
TJ.
I'm going with Tim. The judges have decided the best tattoo of the day goes to Tim.
I'm very shocked.
Would you like to explain to us why we're wrong?
No.